I have Mr. Sagar Bhosale from Schmersal India Private Limited. He is the managing director, and I have few questions for you, sir. I would like to know your view on localization and how we can have localization and how we can help the companies who wants to do local manufacturing. Please give us your viewpoint.
Uh, Localization is a very important aspect because once you have a manufacturing, the real benefits do come out only after localization. And whenever we think of localization, the first important and the most critical step is the identification of the vendors, the qualification of vendors. I think this is the most important step, and it is a step where it is worth spending more time. Normally, from Schmersal side, we had set processes in place from our headquarters of how we go about identifying the vendors, and not only the vendor development team, but the R&D team and the quality team. We normally involve them during qualifying a vendor first. This ensures that we check the vendor from all the different angles during the first phase itself. The biggest issue which normally we have during the first stages of localization is the commitments what we can offer to our vendors. Normally they expect bigger volumes because we are expecting a better price, and these volumes are not there initially. So what we normally do is we have a longer projections for these companies whom we plan to work with, and with this, these companies have a much better horizon to work for Schmersal. The second thing what we normally do is we avoid going to the big companies. We always focus on the mid-size and the small companies, because for these companies, working for a German brand, knowing the systems and procedures helps them to grow not only in their business, but also they can use this business or this knowledge for betterment of their other customers also. These vendors do stay loyal if you stay with them, if you invest your time with them. The biggest example we have is we have a specific vendor for precision components, and very small company, not an organized company, but very good in skills. So Schmersal on its end invested a lot of time in reorganizing the machine layouts for this customer, helped him to organize his warehouses. We in fact convinced the company why quality control is important. We set up the procedures. They recruited a quality engineer. So with these type of things, the vendors are much more comfortable in going ahead. The other thing which is very critical is the constant support from the headquarters in Germany. So we not only have regular vendor meet, we have it once a year, but we also ensure that the German headquarters is interacting with the vendors to give them a strong assurance. Normally when we come to tool developments and all, we get it from our headquarters, a strong tool specification sheets. So each and every material which has to be used for a tool, for the core, it's specified, and this makes the life of the vendor easier, and they are able to do a much better job in terms of qualifying for the German requirements or the expectations from their tools.
Another question which is related to that how do we use the competency, and how do we make sure that it is able to serve globally, and what are your views on that?
When we talk of localization, we are talking of developing the supply chains which could be utilized by the parent company worldwide. But not only this, there are a lot of other services which India can offer. Schmersal has started a Schmersal Global Competency Center, which is a new company, an independent company, which offers services to the group in terms of the information technology. So we have SAP consultants who are responsible for deploying SAP across the subsidiaries of Schmersal worldwide. Not only that, we have a strong team here in India of embedded engineers who are supporting our German headquarters to roll out developments for the newer products and newer technologies in a much faster way. Also, the new buzzword, the smart factory or the industry 4.0 also requires a lot of basic work to be done, and an IoT team in India is established and developed, which supports the development of IoT solutions for the whole group. So these services we feel are very valuable. We have a good talent pool available in India, which could support the German companies across the globe.
Lastly, you have been associated with MNV some years back, and it was a very, very long-term association for more than 7 to 8 years, I guess. I would just like to ask you what were your experience, and if you would like to share anything in specific about MNV and your association.
In fact, Schmersal today is doing well, and one of the key reasons is, of course, the handholding which Schmersal got in its initial years from Maier and Vidorno. With Mr. Maier, we had very close interactions, and the initial period is very important because the German headquarters have a lot of expectations from the Indian market. The Indian market has to be ready for the high specification and high price products from the German market. So the initial crucial period is something where the handholding from MNV really helped us for both the sides to understand each other. And overall, the experience was very fantastic because we always have good memories of working with Maier and Vidorno, and I can only wish Maier and Vidorno good luck